Then I let me in the door. Then I gave your boy a chance, now the youngin' finna blow. It's a shame finna put the game in the figure four. Youngin' friends from my dad.
Yo, welcome back to my channel. Before we get into it, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, man. Fuck it. You ain't gotta like, you ain't gotta comment, but I do appreciate it if you hit the sub button if you're new. Now, in this video, we'll be talking about Attack on Titan, but in particular, we'll talk about Attack on Titan Chapter 136 and explaining Falco's key role in Eren's plan. After watching episode 5 of Attack on Titan final season, I am 100% sure that Falco is going to be the next Attack Titan. You know, it's clear as day. In my video of me reacting to the episode, I literally pointed out that if you look behind Falco on the wall, you can see future Eren's shadow instead of his own shadow, you know? And it kind of like surprised the fuck out of me. I was like, yo, it's confirmed. Y'all, like, why would they put that right there, you know? Like, at this point, you can't deny the fact that Falco is going to become the next Attack Titan. I'm just glad that I'm right, you know? Like, they wouldn't just do that for no reason if he wasn't going to become the next Titan, like Attack Titan. Like, why would Eren be looking at this situation from Falco's point of view as his shadow, you know? Why would he be doing that from the future? And then later on, during that same episode, you can see the shadow switch from future Eren to Falco, you know, and then from Falco back to future Eren. Like, why the fuck would they do that, you know? And you, like I said, you wouldn't catch it if you wouldn't know what the fuck you're looking for. You would not catch it at all. And I literally know what the fuck I'm looking for because throughout the whole first season and the second season and the third season, you just see adult Eren literally living through his kid self and is seen as his kid self's shadow, you know? And in my previous video when I was talking about why Zeke is inside the paths, I literally said like, hey, Eren needed a body to basically move around freely in the paths or whatever, why he's unconscious and letting Ymir destroy the world. Because, like I said, it's kind of weird that he reveals his plan and then he gets to Molly and he falls asleep. And I said, like, hey, as soon as he fell asleep, maybe he transferred his consciousness inside his kid self and took his freedom away. You know, it only makes sense. And that's probably why we can see adult Eren as kid Eren's shadow. And that was kind of Isayama kind of foreshadowing everything. Like, hey, yeah, Eren is living through his kid self, you know? And the way how I came up with that theory is because when we see Zeke inside the palace in chapter 136, we see him in a whole new form. You know, he got his clothes back. He don't have his glasses. He don't have long hair no more. Because the last time we see Zeke is when he lost to Eren inside the paths, and Ymir chose Eren over him. And he had long hair, he had long nails, he had his shirt off, whatever, he had black pants. Now he got a whole jacket, he lost his glasses, he got short hair, you know? He's in a whole different form. And then he says to Armin, like, hey, Ymir ate you too. So I thought to myself, like, when the fuck did Zeke get eaten? I was like, shit, did it happen off camera? But I didn't want to think like that. I was like, you know what? That shit might have happened right in front of us. Then I came up to a conclusion, like, okay, he might have got eaten when Eren first transformed. But that was Eren, so it wasn't Ymir. So if it was Eren, then why would he say, oh, Ymir ate you too, you know? So that's why I said, like, hey, it has to be Ymir that's fully in control, because if Eren transfers his consciousness, then how the fuck is his Titan still moving, you know? Obviously, it has to be Ymir, you know, if he's living within his kid self inside the paths. And the same thing must have happened to Zeke as well. Now, when he first got eaten by Eren, that's something that I'm thinking that has happened. I don't really know, it's not confirmed, but it has to be, you know, logically speaking, he must have got eaten by Eren, and Eren is holding him inside the mouth of the Titan along with himself as well. So when Zeke got eaten, obviously they still needed Zeke to create Titans for them, you know? At that point in time, the Ymir is now free. Eren set her free, so why the fuck would she still be bound to create Titans, you know? Oh, let's make this motherfucker go through the same shit that I went through for 2,000 years. Let's make him a slave for us, Eren, and make him create Titans for us, you know? But hey, he's inside the mouth of the Titan, so how are we going to get that? Oh, let's transfer his consciousness into this new form of Zeke and send him in a whole different version of the paths, you know? And the reason why I came up with the theory that there's a whole different version of the paths is because, hey, if you think about it, if it was the same version of the paths, you would see kid Eren literally running around that motherfucker calling it freedom, you know? You would see him in the past, but he's nowhere to be found because maybe it's a whole different version of the past. And the reason why I think it's a different version of the past is because maybe Ymir is trying to keep everybody away from Eren, because most likely since he's unconscious and he transferred his consciousness inside his kid self and put his kid self inside the paths, maybe Ymir creating a whole nother path for everybody so that they can't get close to Eren, because most likely they can only talk to that kid Eren, because if they pull him out the Titan now, I feel like by him being unconscious and he might not be able to hear them because he's not consciously inside his physical body, then the only way they can talk to him is through kid Eren, you know? And maybe Ymir creating these different versions of the paths is trying to keep them separated so they can't get to Kid Eren and kind of talk him out of the rumbling or stop the rumbling in some type of way, you know? So Ymir creates a different version of the paths, sends Zeke there, make him sit there and make Titans for them, and then Armin gets eaten by a Titan, and then now he's sent to the same paths as Zeke, you know? But like I said, the only difference is that Armin's dead body is inside the paths, and he's also conscious in another body, you know? That's why I came up with that fucking theory. It makes sense. It makes sense. Like, he clearly says that, like, hey, I'm dead, so how the fuck am I still alive? It's obviously because his consciousness got transferred into this new body, and he was sent to the paths along with his physical body. So the only thing that I'm thinking is that, hey, he's going to try to talk Zeke out of, you know what I'm saying, creating Titans for Eren and them, and he's going to talk him into saving his life, whatever, because I feel like he physically is dead, you know, like he has been in the mouth of that Titan for a long time, and he got suffocated to fucking death, you know. He even said like get up, like, why you just sitting there like a corpse, you know? He's fucking dead, you know. And I feel like the only person that can kind of heal him at this point is Zeke, but I feel like he has to convince Zeke into not helping Eren anymore. And this is the only way how Zeke can kind of try to stop Eren, because if he stopped producing Titans for them, then when Armin transforms on Eren and them, it could kind of wipe out everybody, and none of the Titans could be reproduced again. It's like, okay, now we just got to deal with Eren now, you know? And I do feel like he is going to transform. It's like, we haven't seen Armin transform since the attack on Marley. That's how long we ain't seen this motherfucker transform, you know? Like, Isayama has to make him transform in the next chapter or the chapter after that. At some point in time, I feel like he is going to transform. Now, when he does transform, the question is, will his explosion be enough to stop Eren? To be honest, it'd be funny as hell if they went through all this shit just to get Armin back, and he transforms, and that shit does nothing to Eren. Like, that shit would be funny as hell. But I want to believe that he is going to stop Eren, and he's going to take off Eren's head. Now, the thing is, I don't think that Armin doing this will reveal Eren's physical body and Zeke's physical body, but I do want to think it reveals the organism that came from Eren's head to his body, you know, and reconnected and everything and caused Eren to transform. Now, to be honest, I want to think that that parasite has a big role to play. I feel like it's its own thing. Like, I don't know if it has its own agenda or whatever, but it's something, you know? It's not just, it's something. For Gabby to bring it up and saying, like, hey, we gotta expose that, and maybe that's what the Founding Titan really is. We gotta find that by taking Eren's head off. I feel like it's something, you know? And I got a couple of theories. I already talked about what it could be, and I feel like Isayama has to clear that up by the end of the series, but it's okay if he don't, because if it's left a mystery, then it could be just up to the people on what that thing really is, you know? But if he does clear it up, then okay, and I'm happy that if he does do that, you know, he needs to clear that up. Like, how the fuck did it get under the tree? Who put it there? Is it really submerged in fucking water, or is it in Titan floor this whole time, you know? Is it Eren this whole time? Like, maybe, because, like, low-key, he's the only one that we've seen that's close to looking like what the fucking parasite is, you know? But I feel like it's his own thing. The fact that Gabby brought it up, like, hey, we need to expose that, and that's probably what the Founding Titan really is. Now, you're probably wondering what the fuck do Falco got to do with all this, right? Now, let's say that Armin does stop Eren and he saves the world, but just for a little bit of time, you know? Because I feel like that has to happen. You know, Eren did say that Armin is the one that's going to save this world, but then again, that could have been Isayama just was leading us like how he always does, you know? We thought that Eren was going to go through with Zeke's plan. This whole time, this motherfucker had a plan of his own. We thought that Eren was this innocent person and was the victim and just retaliating off of things, but this whole time, this motherfucker is the reason why he has the power, you know? Possibly killing his mother, because he does have future memories of seeing from Dinah's perspective and seeing Bertolt walking around to go find Carla, you know? Or that could have been Ymir controlling her too, but he has future memories of so much shit, you know, of him just changing everything, and how he basically manipulated Grisha, taking memories from him and not allowing him to see everything and forcing him to fight for freedom. That's why I came up with that video, like, hey, what if the Attack Titan's will is actually Eren's will, you know, because the Attack Titan does work backwards. It gets influenced by its future successors. It don't get influenced by its predecessors. It actually gets influenced by the future successors. So it's only right, if Eren is truly the last Attack Titan, it's only right that every Attack Titan was influenced by his future memories. Then again, if he's not the future successor, then Falco is the one influencing everything too, you know? So you gotta include Falco into that shit too, because I do believe that he's gonna be in the next Attack Titan. Now, what I think is gonna happen when Eren does get exposed and the parasite come out, I feel like it will jump to Falco. You know, I feel like it jumped to Falco, and then as soon as it jumps to Falco, I feel like he'll be transported to the past. Because if you think about it, this motherfucker never been to the past. And then if you look at the outro of season 4, like, he's heavily focused on seeing the tree and seeing the bird, and him reaching out to the tree and him reaching out to the bird. Like, he's heavily focused in the outro of season 4. So, like, he might go to the past and have a conversation with Eren, whatever, right? Because I feel like at that point in time, when Eren does get beaten, I feel like Ymir will now be truly free, and she will probably be reincarnated into Estodia's baby, and the baby will be born, whatever, right? And I feel like Eren will gain his freedom again, but I do feel like Eren will take Ymir's spot as the founder, and he will have a talk with Falco under the tree, and he will try to convince Falco to basically continue the rumbling and just finish whatever he left off at. Because like I said, in season 4, one of the episodes when Eren and Falco is talking, they're talking under a fucking tree. That could have been foreshadowing that it was going to talk in the past, you know? And at that time, Eren was going to be the founder, and Falco was going to be the new founded Titan. Now, if he eats Eren instead, and like the parasite has nothing to do with this, and he eats Eren instead, then yeah, he'll be the next Attack Titan, founded Titan, and then he'll have the Beast and the Jaws Titan in all one body, you know? But if that parasite does what I think he's probably going to do, which is jump from Eren's body and then jumps to Falco or whatever, then he'll just become the next founded Titan, Jaws Titan, Beast Titan, whatever, because I feel like that has to be a play. Like, if you look at when Eren first transformed, the shit literally grew from his head to his body and reconnecting it. Like, it kind of did the same thing that it did to Ymir. Like, when Ymir fell down in the fucking Titan fluid or water, whatever the fuck that shit was submerged in, it reached out to Ymir. So it had some type of content. It has some type of content. So I feel like once they expose this parasite, I feel like it probably will just jump from Eren to Falco. And if not that, then Falco would truly just eat Eren and continue the rumbling, you know? The only question is, why would Falco continue rumbling for Eren? Why would he continue it? You know, they just stopped Eren. The rumbling stopped. Why the fuck would he continue the rumbling? I feel like Eren possibly being the new founder of the past and everything, kind of like how Ymir was. I feel like Eren would try to convince Falco, like, hey, this is for freedom. This is how you free out. This is how you save Gabby. You know, because Reiner did remind Falco of the promise that they made to basically keep Gabby away from this shit, you know? So maybe Eren will kind of use that against him, like, hey, this is for Gabby. Like, if you don't do this, then soon enough she's going to be dragged into this darkness that we face anyway, you know? Because the reason why Eren is doing this is because he wants to get rid of all the people that pose a threat to the fucking island, you know? Like, not just the island, but that race in general. Because, like, if I stop now, then, hey, they're going to come back in 50 years, you know what I'm saying, or 10 years, no matter how long they might take, they're going to come back, and they're going to fucking kill us, and I'm not going to be here, because I'm already dead already, you know what I'm saying, most likely. The power, you know what I'm saying, you're going to be dead, so why not just continue it, you know? Why not just do this shit? This is how you free Eldia, because Falco does say that he wants to free Eldia. And it makes sense because Falco is the nephew of a patriot, you know, Grice. Grice helped Grisha and actually is the one that recruited Grisha to become a patriot. And he helped Grisha, so it's only right that Falco helps Eren. And that's the fucking parallel between each other. Like, hey, yeah, they both got help from members of the Grice family, you know? That's how I see it. Either the parasite has something big to do with it and he jumped from Eren's body and transforming Falco into the founder Titan, or Eren gets eaten by Falco because after Armin transforms and tries to blow up Eren, he realizes that the Cluster Titans have not stopped moving. So the only way we can kind of, you know what I'm saying, get out of this situation and stop the Cluster Titans is by eating Eren and taking his power. And everybody among them know that you need to be a royal family member to actually have access to the founder. And most likely after Armin transforms, this is going to probably kill the physical body of Zeke, you know, as well. So they're not going to have Zeke to rely on, like, hey, let's just touch Zeke and have somebody eat Eren and stop the Cluster Titans. I feel like now that Falco has directly transformed from the spinal fluid of a royal family member, he also has the power of Annie, which is to direct Titans. So I feel like Falco becoming the founder or whatever doesn't have to come into contact with somebody who has a royal blood and who is a Titan shifter, because he has somewhat of the Beast Titan, Zeke's Beast Titan inside of him, so he can do the same thing that Annie can do, which is control Titans to a certain point. And with the power of the founder, he could possibly tell them to, hey, keep moving, or to turn around, or he could probably just make them disappear or whatever. But I feel like it will be all up to Falco's choice, and I think that Eren is going to make Falco like, hey, like, it's your choice. But if you don't do this, then you're going to have to fight again. But if you do this, then you will be freeing Eldia and also saving Gabby at the same time, you know? So I feel like he'll kind of use that against him, like, hey, it's your choice, but if you don't do this, then you're going to have to fight again, you know? So, and all this shit to be for nothing, like, why stop now, you know? So it kind of makes sense. I don't know, it can kind of go any way. So that's why I kind of tried to explain two possible routes that it can go. Like, hey, the parasite might jump to Falco, or Falco just might end up eating Eren, you know? But after watching episode 5 and seeing Eren as Falco's shadow and how the shadow is changing from Eren to Falco back to Eren, you know? Like, I truly feel that Falco has a key role in Eren's plan. And Grisha already said that Eren won already. He won already. He just letting all this shit play out. And it's going to be up to Falco to either continue rumbling or stop it. But I feel like, to be honest, knowing the character of Falco and knowing that he wants to free Eldia and that he wants to save Gabby, and this is the only way, then most likely he's going to continue rumbling and destroy the rest of the world for Eren, you know? And I feel like at this point in time, when he does get this, and when it gets to this point, I feel like half of the motherfuckers that's around him will be dead, you know? But I don't know. If Falco doesn't do this, then that's just ECR misleading us, and I was wrong. And you could come back to this channel and come back into this video, and it's like, hey, bro, like, you was wrong as fuck. You know, and I'm okay with that. Because it's just a theory at the end of the day. I don't fucking know the story, you know. I'm just going off and putting two and two things together and trying to figure this shit out. Because we're almost at the end. And it's a lot of shit that he has to kind of, like, you know, explain. But then again, he can leave everything a mystery as well, you know, and kind of leave it in the hands of the people to kind of, like, make it what we want, you know. Like, he might not tell us who the fucking father is, you know. He might just show the baby and then never show who the father is at all, you know. I don't give a fuck who the father is, you know what I'm saying. It could be Eren, it could be the farmer. I don't give a fuck. I don't ship none of the motherfuckers. Like, it is what it is. Like, I just want this shit to end. I want everybody to fucking die. I want Eren to win, but I want everybody to die, but they need to die in the right way with character development. Like, Levi is about to die in the right way by saving Armin and kind of giving him motivation to actually transform and stop Eren, you know? I feel like that's the best character development for him, to basically let Levi go and him be devoted to saving Armin and getting Armin to stop Eren. I feel like that is great character development. I feel like every character has to go through that before they get killed, you know, at some point. But this is the end of the video. You ain't got to like, you ain't got to comment, but I do appreciate it if you hit the sub button if you're new, and I'm out.